My name's Jackie Hutchins. I'm the Lifeboat Operations Manager for Portsmouth Lifeboat Station. Portsmouth Lifeboat Station is one of the busiest stations around the coast. We regularly do well over 100 shouts per year. The crew here, of which we have roughly about 30, they continually train through the course of a year, so the commitment that they give is quite vast.
My name's Kim and I am a trainee crew at Portsmouth Lifeboat Station. I was lucky when I first joined the Lifeboat Station because I've been involved with the RNLI for a few years already through lifeguarding. I was quite fortunate because I already knew quite a lot of the crew through joint training exercises, and I built up quite good friendship.
My name is Aaron Gent. I'm the press officer and a crewman at Portsmouth Lifeboat Station. I've been here about 8 years. We were out on a training exercise one Sunday, and we'd not long recovered the boat. We were doing the washdown, and we had received a mayday message from a passing fishing boat. The fishing boat was off South Sea seafront, about a mile out, and they'd just picked up a person out of the water, and it was quite a serious incident. When we got there, we found that there was a gentleman that had quite a serious head injury. He'd gone over the front of the boat and the boat had carried on going. We had to have a helicopter transfer directly from the casualty vessel itself, which is quite unusual. This guy was in such a bad way that we had to patch him together, get him into the stretcher, and then he gets lifted up into the helicopter and taken off directly to Southampton General Hospital.
Our plan is always to save people. It's not always possible, and sometimes the outcome is quite sad. Although we can't do anything about those outcomes, we can help the families. So this has always touched everybody. It touched our crew, especially the ones that were involved in quite an unpleasant service. So this says, "To everyone who looked after our son on the 3rd of July, who sadly later died that day, we would like to thank you. You gave us time to love him and hold him in our arms, which was so precious. He was so caring and fun to be around. Thank you once again for the precious time we had with our beautiful son." That is worth $1 million to us, because although we couldn't save the young man in question, we helped the family.
It was quite a horrible incident. It's one of the first things that, one of the most serious shouts that I remember. One of the first people I ever lost on a service. Afterwards, as a crew, because as a crew we're quite a close-knit family. We're like a little family unit, so everybody looks out for each other. Everybody can tell when somebody's not quite there. And people sort of ask, how do you deal with these things? And the thing is, you focus on the other people on the crew and they focus on you, but you'll try to focus on those side of things that you're never going to save everybody. You can only ever do your best. So you have to look after yourself, otherwise it just breaks you down on the inside. So you have to learn to deal with these things and work together as a family and look after each other. So we're always bouncing off of each other. We're always trying to cheer each other up. You don't focus and remember these things, but you've always got it at the back of your mind that this is what you're trying to prevent, and this is why you do the job, to try and do your best, to try and save as many people as possible, to look after and make sure that even if you can't help them, you can try and help their families.